Hi, I'm Diana from Inner Drop. Thanks for joining me today for You Are Rechargeable. It's a video series that I'm running this April, and it's going to help you get inspiration on the energies around you and in you so that you can create and live a luscious life. So I'm Diana from Inner Drop, and I am a Alchemy Reiki Master and Energetic Coach. And I also use Tarot, which we're going to do in a little bit here today. We just started a new moon in Aries on Thursday. And so there's lots of new energy around, the new energy of spring. All this creativity and inspiration is available for you to start making plans and take actions and steps towards things you want to create in the world. So today I did a little tarot spread to get some information on how we can work with the energies of this Aries new moon. So the first card I drew today is the Nine of Cups, and it's called Happiness in this deck. This is the Thoth deck, and that's what the back looks like. And this is in the spirit of body. And this told me today that we could just try to access this vibration of happiness in our being as a way to just choose to be happy, and that vibration going through your whole being will attract more good things to you. It will also raise your vibration so that you are more attractive. So it's a great card. It's the Nine of Cups again, in the position of body for this new moon. The next position was in the position of the mind, and we got today the Hangman. The Hangman, if you can see by this picture, he's upside down and his arms are spread. It's about surrendering and letting go. It could also be about getting new perspectives on maybe different ways to look at things. Don't hold on to like strict ideas of what you think is supposed to happen, but be open to new possibilities. This is a great time of year to think about what can be and not necessarily what should be. Just be curious about stuff that starts coming up, and just be more open and surrender to what is, rather than pushing or holding resistance in your body to things that are happening. It will allow you to work through things faster if you're not resistant or holding on to old ways of being. So that's pretty awesome. And then in the last position, we have the Princess of Wands. And wands are the spiritual suit. If you notice, she is holding a tiger by the tail, and she's just going up this flame. She also has the horns of Aries on her head. So it's also a great synchronicity for this Aries new moon. So the Princess of Wands is about releasing fear and going for it. Like, hold on to your fear, but do it anyway. Take your ideas and create them make tangible, real world goals that you can take action on. Because you can have all the intentions in the world to do stuff, but until you make specific plans or take specific steps, actions in the real world, none of those intentions are going to go anywhere. So she's not only got the tiger by the tail, but it's a very action card. She's flowing in that flame. It's about having courage, hold on to your fear, but go for it anyway. So these are all great cards, I think, for the energies around this new moon and the spring and all this that we're going into right now. The first week of the new moon is a great time to write down some tangible and actionable goals that you can take. So if you are inspired to, at the end of our little exercise we're into, I suggest that you do that. Write down a few goals and then write down a few action steps that you can start. They could be very simple. It could be changing a new way you think about something. It could be starting a new habit. It could be tomorrow morning I'm going to start my day this way instead of the way I usually do. So it could be super simple or it can be major. Take all the little baby steps to get to that major goal that you want to get to. So the other part of this video series is teaching you how to recharge your energy system. So in a minute we're going to go through a chakra and energy body exercise. And this is in the companion, the series is a companion to my Find Your Flashlight workbook, which is on my website, innerdrop.com, I-N-N-E-R, Inner Drop. It's like that sacred spot you have inside, that spot that you can always go into and find your inner knowing, find your true self, find your essence. It's that sacred spot inside. That's where the name Inner Drop comes from. So you can go to innerdrop.com and go to the page where the Find Your Flashlight workbook is. And that's a companion workbook to this series, which is very detailed in learning about each of your chakras, what they do when they're super charged up, how they can support you that way, and then also what can be going on if they are blocked or stagnant or really dense. And then exercises. The exercises we're going to do today can actually help you clear and release that energy. There are times you might need more help doing that, which is where the Reiki work that I do and others do can come in to help you clear blockages and balance your energy body. So go to the website and find the Flashlight workbook. If you'd like to purchase it, I'm offering $10 off to those who are watching this series. And that $10 coupon code that you need to enter on checkout is I have a flashlight. All one word, I have a flashlight. And that will give you $10 off. So for $7, you can get this instant downloadable PDF workbook and start working through your chakras and learning about them. I tell you, it's the most valuable and easiest exercise you can do that will start influencing and affecting your body, mind, and spirit and emotions immediately. Being in your body is one of the best places to make decisions from, to get clarity on making decisions for your health, for your well-being in all areas. I know before I learned how to do this work, I was achy, I was stressed out, I had horrible patterns that did not serve me. And when I began to realize and work with my chakra system and my energy body, I was able to be in my body more, and it gives you access to know yourself in ways that you might otherwise have ignored. There's lots of systems that do the same thing. Yoga is also energy work, Reiki, meditation. All these things give you that inner access and a way to know yourself better and to become more clear on who you are, what you want, what's standing in your way, what's blocking you. All from connecting and being in your body in an integrated and whole way. So let me tell you a little bit about some tips on how to work with this video series real quick. We talked about it a little bit last week, and I'm trying to keep this shorter this week and hopefully not having any technical difficulties. So the first suggestion I would like to share is to create a space in your time to do these exercises. Whether you do them in the morning for 10 minutes is really all it takes. You will start to reap rewards, and it feels so good, you guys, to just go inside and be with each chakra and bring light and breath and energy inside. So create that space and time. Create a sacred time for this practice, whether it's in the morning, whether it's on your lunch break, afternoon, right before you go to bed. And once you learn how to do these exercises, it becomes much easier to immediately drop in and connect. So remember that. You might have to put in a little bit of time in the beginning, but it becomes easier and more powerful and deeper. The next suggestion is to create a space. Where are you going to do your practice? And how are you going to do it? I suggest you create like a little sacred space. Light a candle, turn on some really mellow, inspiring music, not too loud. Maybe a pillow, your favorite chair, whatever. You can do these exercises sitting in a chair, sitting on the floor, standing up, lying down. All those are fine, just as long as you are able to remain grounded and active during exercises. So if you think you'll fall asleep lying down, then maybe don't lie down. Standing up can be a great way to learn how to ground if you're totally on your feet. I usually do mine just sitting in a normal chair, but make sure to put your feet flat on the ground so that you can ground fully into the earth. I also use essential oils, which I will talk about that more when we do it, but essential oils are little concentrated electrical information for your body, and they can really help your chakras open up and your body open up. So you can actually rub them directly on your body where they're in chakra areas. I usually rub them on my feet because it helps me get in my body quickly. You have secondary root chakras on your feet, so by putting a grounding essential oil there, you can immediately ground in more to the earth. And then all these exercises are to create a space in you. So we're creating 3 kinds of sacred space by doing these exercises. A space in time, a space in physical, and a space in you. So, and these are going to clear away stagnation, density, blockages, and open you up more fully to receive light and love. Your chakras receive and transmit energy. You have chakras along the front of you, along your spine, and the same in the back. And your back chakras do more of the receiving, where your front chakras do more of the giving. A lot of people don't realize the power of opening up your back. We tend to shut down and protect ourselves. We think it's protecting ourselves by shutting down or not fully opening to all that energy in the back of us, where we can receive the light and the gifts and the energies that are all around us and can support us. So we'll be talking about that as we go through the meditations as well. You might have heard like watch your back or I've got your back. And those, if you think about those things, it's because you do feel things in your back. And sometimes you think closing them off is a way to protect yourself. But actually, when you open all your energy system, you can create a really strong field around yourself, and it repels negative energies and intrusions, and it is also protective and supportive of you. So that's why you would want to keep your back open, just to create a stronger field all around you. All right, I think we're going to go into it. Last week I talked about the first three chakras, the root, the second, and the solar plexus chakra. So today I think we'll talk about the heart and the throat. And maybe just those two today. And then next week we'll do the third eye and your crown. So I'm going to take a quick drink of water. If you feel like you want to take a drink of water or a quick break, this would be a good time. Okay. Usually I start with some deep breathing and then putting my feet on the floor, feeling myself sitting in the chair firmly, straightening up, start to drop my awareness down into my belly. And then I get my essential oils. I have some of my favorite oils diluted in a little squirt bottle. So then I put some in my hand. And then I rub my hands together. And then I'm rubbing the bottom of my foot, especially around my arch and up my ankles. And this will really help me ground into the earth. Like I said, you have secondary root chakras on your feet, and this will help you ground. And then I usually do a lovely smell of those oils, and that also goes inside and helps me ground. My favorite grounding essential oils are vetiver, cedar, black spruce. I love trees, and tree oils are really grounding for me. And I use rosemary quite often for general oil. It's really, I love it. It helps me connect with myself quickly and get in that space I need to be in. So if you are a Reiki person, rubbing your hands together like this also activates those chakras in your hands and opens up to project light. Everybody projects light through their hands. We create things, we bring things into the world with our hands. It's really important. The other thing I also suggest people do, if you want to start releasing things from your energy system as we go through this work, I suggest you imagine a bubble in front of you. Like if you can imagine it sitting on the ground in front of you as if you are sitting down or just right below you. And into this bubble, you can release all the energy. Just ask that it go into the bubble. And then at the end, we'll ask that bubble on all that energy. We will thank it and release it to be renewed and recycled back into the earth. So we're gonna just, if you don't need to watch me to do this, the videos can be kind of distracting. So from here on out, you can just listen, and I will, towards the end, we'll have a little bit of silence, and I will bring you back with a little ring from my bowl. So if you hear that, it means it's time to come back now. All right. So I'm just going to close my eyes, and you can do the same and start to drop down inside. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel the energy coming up from Mother Gaia. You can begin to drop your energy down into the earth and feel your energy begin to mingle with Mother Earth and bring nourishment and love and support up from the earth, up through your feet, through your arches, through your big toe, your ankles, your shins, your calves, your knees, up into your pelvis and hips. And let's take some deep breaths here. And drop into your root chakra. Feel Mother Gaia. Feel your connection to the earth. Is there a color or an image you see here? Just kind of reflect on that. Open up and breathe and go deeper. If it helps you to ground, you can picture roots coming out of your feet and yourself as a tree. Sometimes that is helpful for me to imagine my feet as roots going into the ground deeper and deeper, and then begin to feel the energy from my pelvis also go down and into those roots. Deep breaths, bring that energy up. I want to be really grounded before we continue up. Keep breathing deeply. And then with the next breath, move up into your second chakra, which is in your lower belly. I work with the second and root chakras a lot together to ground. I feel like grounding both of them really helps me get in my body. Your lower belly is a great place to land when you go inside. Also begin to open up the back of your second chakra, which is in your lower back. Many of you have lower back problems. This could be a great exercise to open it up and just breathe light in there. Deep breaths, and then we'll move up into the solar plexus chakra. And with the Aries new moon, this is a great place to send light and energy, because this is where you do creative work. This is your will, your desire, your passion. It can help you bring things into the world. Next breath, bring it up all the way from the earth through all those lower chakras we've just visited. And then I want you to breathe out and imagine your breath going out in all four directions, in front of you, to the side of you, to the back of you, and then to the other side of you. So that we begin to create this bubble all around us. So deep breath up and then out in four directions. Imagine you're breathing up light from the earth through all your chakras, and then sending that light out all around you. And feel that bubble all around you from your feet up to where we are now. And then when we get to the heart in a minute, you can send it out in all areas so that you begin to feel your field or sphere or a cocoon all around you, supporting you and full of light. Okay, the next breath we'll move up into the heart chakra. And we're gonna spend some time here. Your heart chakra is a huge electrical support system for your whole energy body. It's what creates your energetic field around your body. Try to open up that back. A lot of times we close off our heart as a way to protect ourselves. I invite you to try to keep your heart chakra open in the back this week and notice the differences in interactions with people, the way you approach and interact with people, but their interactions with you as well. I've done this experiment and it's amazing how it influences others and you. If it feels stuck or stagnant back there, just deep breaths. Put your attention there, sending it light, deep breathing. Maybe you can imagine on your back a window if you're having trouble feeling it open. And now picture the window, maybe before it had shutters on it. Now they're open. You can breathe and release whatever ready to come out. Just let it gently release. If this begins to feel emotional, that's okay. Keep breathing. Let it gently fall away. Maybe you can imagine light coming out, or birds, or just feelings and light coming out, gently falling away. Let it keep going as long as it needs to. Breathe deep. Now go to the front and feel all the light you're receiving. Breathe them both into balance and try to sync them up, the front and the back. Feel them integrate and support each other. Now deep breaths out in 4 directions. And feel all that light and energy that's been renewed, like bright sunshine. Let it feel and go into your energy field. Filling it up with light and love. Keep expanding, making your heart as big as you like. It's protected because you have this protective energy field around you. You can keep out intrusions. You can push them back. Keeps you safe. Deep breaths in 4 directions again, and then we'll move up into the throat. The throat is one area that a lot of people hold tension and hold back in general. One thing I like to do is sweep the energy down my neck and shoulders and out my arms. It really helps open them up. And then I kind of pull the energy out and throw that into your bubble. Pull it out your fingers, down your arms, and into that bubble. You could flick it like this, and then like that. Breathe into your throat. Come back to opening the back of your throat is sometimes kind of like the back of your heart. It's sometimes more difficult. Now that our heart is open, you can carry some of that light up into your throat to support this opening. So let's breathe from our heart, pulling that energy up into your throat. And you can, when you breathe in, pull it up from your root. And then when you breathe out, you can let it go out your mouth if that feels more comfortable. You can also send it down your arms again. If you have tense shoulders or arms or hands, sometimes this can help to do this a few times. And then you can do that sweeping motion again and flick it out again. You can do that as much as you want, right into your bubble. Sometimes I do that too. All right. Let's go up into your third eye. Right at the center of your head. And then at the back. It's back here, kind of a little lower. The base of your skull. Feel that up, open up. This is where you truly see and receive intuitive information from inside and from outside. And you send light here, it's nourishment and opening up to see. See what you're missing. See what you can bring into the world. We'll talk more about this area next week. I'm going to go up to your crown. Open it up. It's right at the top of your head. You receive the light from Father Sky, from the sun, from the moon, from our star brothers and sisters. As we open up the crown and this light starts falling in, picture with each breath, light falling down into each chakra, giving it an extra burst of energy and light. And that light expanding out, front and back, and oozing into every cell of your body. This is allowing release of density and stagnation. And feeling that light fall down, down, down through my heart, through the solar plexus, through my lower belly, through the roots of my pelvis, down my legs. It's at my feet now. And the light from Father Sky and Mother Earth is mingling and growing and supporting me. And I'm allowing them to integrate. And I breathe it up back into my heart and out in all four directions, in all the space around me, above me, and below me. Really feeling my energy field around me, in front of me, to the right of me, to the back of me, to the left of me. above me, below me. And now I come back into my heart. And we're going to breathe here and sit for a few moments. And I want you to ask for information about this week on an action you can take to create the luscious life that you desire. It could be a physical action, it could be emotional, it could be spiritual, it could be mental, a way of thinking, a way of being, a way of doing. What information are you receiving? What comes to mind? Where do you feel it in your body? Do you see a picture? Do you feel something? Do you smell something? Do you hear something? People can receive intuitive messages in many ways. I'll sit here for a few minutes, and when I ring the bell, we'll start to come back. Okay, let's start to wiggle your toes. Remember your information you got. You may want to write something down after we finish here. You can write down your impressions, your images, what you decided to do. I want you to feel how your body feels now after doing this. Feel the energy. And now I want you to do a final release. Deep breath in. You could do more sweeping of your arms or anywhere on your body you feel you want to release some energy from, and throw it into your energy bubble in front of you. So go ahead and sweep and release. You could even say words you want to release, ideas, things you're working on releasing from your life that aren't serving you anymore. You can speak those words into the bubble. And I want you to say these words out loud so that we are recycling our bubbles together. I ask that the energy in this bubble be renewed and cleansed and return to Mother Earth, where it can be used and be high and vibrant and reusable. I release it now and thank it. Thank you. We now ask to integrate and come into a full alignment with our energy system, and all of our chakras align, our energy field become integrated and strong and supportive all around us, above us and below us. Wiggle your toes, start to open your eyes. You could do a final flick, come back into your body. Remember this Aries new moon to work on your actionable goals. What do you want to create? What do you want to bring into the world? Aries is a great time to do it. It's creative, it's fiery. This new moon cycle will totally support what you want to do. So, I challenge you to write down some goals and use these exercises to help you be strong and to support those goals. Thanks, guys. It was great talking to you, and I will see you next Saturday at noon. And there's also a private Facebook group if you'd like to join and talk about what you're doing, how it's working, what you're feeling, what you're seeing. If you're having issues of any kind, you can talk about them on that Facebook forum. It's called ReChargeable from Inner Drop. And you can ask to be a member of the group. Thanks.